Okie dokie. Well, hello, you wonderful people. I wanted to see, I don't think Christy was going to be on. She goes to bed at this time. I'm so happy you guys are all here. So we are fresh off of Vegas, and I have a couple things that I want to show you from the weekend and talk about what's coming. But before I do that, we have a couple people on here that were in Vegas with us, and that is Brent and Liddell and Laura. So I asked them to share just how the weekend felt for them and what it did for them, and how they want to put it into action too. We talked about this at dinner. So, Brent and Liddell, let's start with you guys.
Okay. Way to put us on the spot first there, Tanya. That
You
was
are so
great.
welcome.
That way I don't chicken out later, see?
Yes, and you said whatever I say, you're going to do.
You've got 29 days left.
Yeah. All right, sister.
Okay, so he told me I had to go first. So again, I'm listening to what people say. So I think I'm just gonna say what my biggest thing was from the entire thing was um that my action plan is that I'm going to take my paper calendar. Look, it's paper. And I'm going to fill it in. I already have a couple meetings on here, which is great. Yay. And then I'm going to reconnect with all my kids that did come to Vegas with us. And I'm going to meet all of them one on one or two people at a time um, to see what they're actually wanting to do after they've gotten home and talked with their significant others. And so, yeah, because they were super excited over the weekend. So I want to keep that excitement going for them. And yeah, it was just great. It was just great having the kids there and all the speakers were amazing. And it just kind of lit a fire under my butt to stop playing with my business.
I love
Especially that one in the red dress that got up there and said excuses don't matter anymore. Knock it off.
Oh, yeah.
it.
Oh, red, not dress.
Well, I guess it wasn't really a dress. Yeah,
It's
whatever.
okay, Brent. You're a dude. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. An outfit. Anyway, one of the things that it always amazes me whenever Tyler Daniels talks about the compensation plan. He makes it sound like it's just 1 + 2 = 3, and it's that simple. And what do you have questions about? And it totally makes sense when he says it, and he does it so fast, and I can't take notes to keep up. But then later I'm like, now what was it he said? But
Yeah.
he makes it so easy to follow while he's talking about it. So that kind of reinvigorated. I don't know what that was. Reinvigorated me in the comp plan because I always just kind of went, I don't know. They pay us, and that's good enough. I've never really understood it that well, and I understand it a little bit better now, I think. Um, but yeah, I think another thing that it always amazes me though is just the excitement and the feeling that you get while you're there because you can't explain that later. Like it doesn't matter what we say tonight, we can't possibly explain the feeling or the excitement in the room, so to speak. It's like going to a concert and then you have somebody listen to a tape or a tape. Man, I'm old. The radio. Um, it's not the same. But anyway,
Action
so
plan. Which
oh, my action plan. Ugh. I
we
said
talked about
something
the
when we
dinner.
talked about it at the dinner table, and I already forgot what it was. I obviously haven't implemented it today.
It's like it's not downplaying who you are, Brent. Remembering who you
Mm,
are
yeah,
and talking to the gentleman around you.
that's right. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, because we did talk about that. We talked about several guys at work that I don't know. When Marcy Steiner was talking about, she's like, you don't have to work with everybody. Like you can choose the people you want in your organization. And a lot of the guys at work, not so much. But anyway, there's a lot of negative people, but I don't really need that. So,
Right.
but we've been talking over some of my old contacts and whatnot, and trying to come up with ways of meeting new people. And we had talked about like doing get into different groups, not specifically like I'm going to get in this group and find 3 people in 2 days, kind of thing, but just new people in different groups that you're passionate about. So that is something that I want to do too.
Love it. Thanks, you guys. It was so fun having you there. Miss Christy Spaniel, I'm going to go to you next. Hi. Can you unmute yourself and share with everybody just how the weekend felt for you and some
Sure.
takeaways and
Okay. Hi, everybody. It was amazing. I'm still flying high. I had a lot of conversations today. That was my word. That was my takeaway, that get home and start talking. Oh my gosh. I walked into our local coffee shop and 2 gals, one still on Pretendum, the other one took it for a while. And I don't know, we got on that subject so fast. I said, I hope you're both still taking Pretendum. And that one gal grabbed me and she said, I need to get back on it. Can we talk? And I thought, she's just hurting after surgeries. So I said, oh my goodness, yes, let's talk. So just conversations. And I text 2 or 3 people today that chicken list kind of thing. Got to get home and just start talking. It was fantastic and simple. Keep everything so simple. What did they say? Keep it simple, superstar. I love it. Yeah. So that was
and
my
Christy,
takeaway.
what did you do for the first time?
What did I do for the first dance with Tanya and
Yes.
Laura and Lisa? Yeah, it was wonderful. Nikki Elsing. For the first time. She dragged me out there, Tanya girl did.
I did. Oh, it was so fun.
So fun.
Thanks, Christy.
So good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Laura, you're up.
All right. Well, we missed all of you guys. I mean, it truly was an incredible event. And we thought of each and every one of you at different points, and you all came up. And so it really was like you were missed. You were absolutely missed. That said, it was a much smaller event. And so it was kind of intimate, where you just felt like you could go up and talk to people that you've seen or that you knew. And our dinner the last night, there were 6 of us around the table, and we really were able, I know we've done it in the past at conferences, but to just really be able to digest and all have a takeaway. It was funny, I was going through my notebook on the plane and trying to like summarize my notes, and I ended up just rewriting all of my notes because like everything was so powerful. Lots of takeaways. I then went through again and made a shorter list, but keep it simple, back to the basics, follow the system, reach out and reach up. Everyone was saying like, don't hesitate to contact me. And it doesn't have to be crossline or upline or, like it can be anybody. Dream bigger, faster. A lot of love biome rank advancing. And they actually did something for the elite ranks where they just lumped them all together because there were a number of people that had ranked a couple ranks. And so it was just truly inspiring to see like, okay, you can do that. Like you can help someone jump these 3 ranks. And right now we have all these bonuses. And so Sean was kind of pointing out, like, you can really earn some nice cash in this next 90 days. Well, less than 90 now, but with these early ranks, getting to SC2, SC1, SC2, SC3. So like that was, and share the whole story. That was definitely a big message. Lots of analogies. I'm sure you've heard we broke a board, which was incredibly powerful on mindset. But I wish we talked more about the exercise he did right before that, because he had us, hold our hand out and then go back as far as we could. And then he had us come forward and close our eyes and think of breaking through and think of our strengths and think of all these things. And then we did it again. And we went so much further. And I don't know the physiology of it or the psychology of it or anything, but that is something we can all do without the board in front of us, that I thought was so powerful too. Our mind is powerful. I made a post today, thanks to Tanya's encouragement and support, of just our mind, what we tell ourselves we can do. And for me, often what I tell myself I can't do or don't do, and it's really a choice. So my big thing was dancing, and it has held me back. I have said that I don't dance literally since I was in high school. I don't dance. And so I found a really cute dress at the Thrifty, and it was really fun. It was like a flapper dress, so it had all the little sway things. So yes, I got up with Christy and Liddell and Lisa and Tanya, and we made some new friends. We had Mary, who was 80-something, and her friends literally lifted her up onto, everything's a table in Vegas. Everybody dances on tables. So it was super fun, but it was also this envelopment of, people sitting and watching, and they asked who likes to dance, and a ton of people raised their hands. And so then we kind of went out and said, okay, I saw you raise your hand, get up here. And so we had a group of people that we really invited to dance with us. And to me, that was powerful. The power of just inviting, just asking someone.
Mm.
Yeah.
So good. Thanks, Laura. I don't know if you guys recognize, but I can just see for Liddell and Laura, just growth, their confidence when they're speaking now in these Zooms. And I mean, this is why we just continue to show up, right? The growth that comes from it. And so Vegas is now done, but I will tell you, Vegas felt like we were literally turning into a new chapter. Steve was on stage for the last time. The new CEO was announced. Someone from our board of directors was there. And his name's Michael. And Michael said he's been on the board of directors from the beginning. And he said, when the fire alarm sounds, it's tough sometimes because as a board of director, you can't get in and get your hands dirty because that's not your job. You're just a board member. And he said, now for me to be able to come in when Steve is done April 30th and be there until Terrence comes in, he is so excited to come in. And then Steve mentioned that he's like, I'm really sad that I'm not going to be around in October because of what's coming, something that has been in the works for over 2 years. And then I went back and I'm like, I think I remember that Jake Hines said something about that. And I wanted to show you what he said. So listen to this.
Change, and we have the most competitive and I believe the most market relevant compensation plan in the industry. And then the fourth thing I would say is this, the system, right? Meaning the process in which you go through to share the products and how you begin to earn commissions, earn incentive trips, earn all of those things. And that system's there. And if you remember, I said, that's one of the things that makes franchises so valuable is because they have a proven system. Think about it. When you walk into a McDonald's in Boise, Idaho, it looks the same and the menu's the exact same as one as if you went to one in Louisiana or New York or London. That system is proven, and that's why they replicate it. And that's what we have. So remember those four things, because here's what I will tell you. The last two, trends and timing, I'm just going to be honest. Those are only important if you have the other four. The other four, the 80%, they're the foundation. And I can tell you with confidence that we have them in spades. That's where timing and trends become jet fuel. And that's what I get excited about, because again, we are constantly investing, one, in making sure that we're ahead of trends, not just trends that are insignificant, but trends that really have meaning and impact from an activation and a health perspective. And I'm just going to tell you, we have something coming down the docket that is a brand new category for us that is a huge new introduction for us as a company. And again, I said, all leading products in the nutritional space come through this industry. That we are going to do that again, and we're excited about that. But here's the other cool.
Okay. So we heard that. Then I want you to hear this. Let me get that. So when we think about what's coming in October and in Salt Lake City for Global Convention, I don't know exactly when this is going to be launched, if it will happen before then, but for sure by Global. So LifeVantage has brought in 2 of the top world experts on Shopify. And we will be transitioning to Shopify. Now, when I told my husband this, he's like, I'm telling you what right now. He goes, if something has Shopify in it, he's like, I will purchase it that much more than if it doesn't. I probably won't, because I don't want to go through the headache of all the stuff. He loves when it has Shopify because it just auto-populates, it knows you, it's ready to go, and everything is crystal clear. So I'm going to show you this quick video of what our new website will look like as well. So when we talk about simplification, listen to this.
Okay, so share and earn. So this is, if you come to that share and earn section, this is what you'll see. Start a business from home. Yeah, we can scroll through it. Earn by sharing what you love. You keep going down. We're still kind of videos. Some of them are placeholders only. So you're seeing this kind of in process, but really talking about the opportunity. This is my favorite part of the whole website, because right here, to me, this becomes like your opportunity deck. This is why to be a LifeVantage.
Come on.
Like, instead of saying, well, let me pull out my PowerPoint, take it to the website. Like, it's all.
Yes.
You guys.
This section of 7 reasons LifeVantage is the perfect partner. You can get that all,
That's
like, this
comfortable.
becomes your opportunity presentation right here, right from the website. Good job, Mike. How's Mike doing?
Good job, Mike.
Okay, we're gonna go, let's go through so if you were to click start your business, Mike's super excited. The first thing he's gonna see is this page that is activate your consultant account. Your consultant account comes with kind of that annual membership of $50. You're eligible to earn commissions, you get the savings on the product, you get the tools, annual tax benefits. I was really excited to see that. Like, I know a lot of our consultants talk about it, but I think calling it out right there is a big deal. You get your back office and your access to your e-commerce website. So what I want to kind of draw your attention to is that annual membership, that $50. Like right now we have the start kit that you pay $50 for, and it's kind of bundled in the price, right? It will always be separate. Like, you are always paid for that. And that was very intentional. So you're no longer saying, hey, this is free with this kit. Like, it's part of that price. You're always paying for it. And the idea behind that is they're going to pay for it every year. So we want to also get them into a situation where it's like, okay, I know this is coming.
So the other thing with that, when we transition to Shopify, that means that when someone checks out, their checkout process has much more clarity behind it. So it'll literally show like the $50 will be separated. It will show that it's an annual enrollment. So there will be no surprises. It will show that when someone picks a pack, so Shopify, Kristen, is it's a checkout process that many e-commerce sites utilize. And once you've used it once, then Shopify is recognized with any other e-commerce site that you use. And it literally is a click system. So, and it's very clear. So what they will see is if I get the big kit and then I set up my subscription, it will clearly show me I'm paying $9.99 today, and my subscription, it will also put will start May 15th. It will give the date of when their subscription starts. It will also show them you are $50 away from free shipping. Like, it will have the ability to enhance them to buy more if it looks like it will be beneficial for like a special deal or free shipping or whatever it might be. And yes, like Jen said, it tracks packages as well. It gives you those updates. So it just makes the checkout process much, much more streamlined. And then I had to show you this too, you guys. This set up the whole weekend, was Brian Bino, or Biro, being the breakthrough coach. And he brought up some people on stage first to show us how to break the board. And this is Sherry, and Sherry is one of our cross-line cousins with Dana Stark. And you could tell Sherry did not want to be called on. She was scared to death. She was not sure that she could break through that board. But again, the whole point of that breakthrough was you're not looking at the board, because if you keep looking at the obstacle, you're like a bird that keeps running into the window, right? It was looking into the eyes of the holder of the board and looking beyond your breakthrough. So I had to show you, this was the moment that kicked it all off. And just watch her pure joy when this happens.
That was really, really good. And that is not really, really good enough. I want everyone in this room to have the greatest breakthrough of all. And the greatest breakthrough of all is the way we support each other. So when we actually do it in just a second, I want every one of you to take
Wrong video. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Well, as you can see, we all level it up times 10. We're all yelling Sherry's name, and then she breaks through that, and pure elation comes from her. So anyway, I will put that video up so you guys can all see that. Okay. And then I want to just share with you too, in these months ahead, we all know right now the incentive is the SC ranks through the MC ranks and the extra money that can come from that, up to EC1, an extra $1,000, right? That's in the next 30 days. So if any of you are interested in looking at that and what it looks like, please let me know. Again, Senior Consultant 1, it starts at up to EC1. But another incentive was launched while we were there. And I'm telling you this because from what I hear, it's going to be super possible, and it's going to be, Sean Poe says that based on what's coming, he said, the work that we do now when it feels the quietest and the slowest is the most important. It's the conversations we have now. It's the people we are in contact with now. All of it matters more than ever, because when October hits, he said people that are not on your team will want to be on your team. That's all I know. My FAB time has ended. I officially had my last meeting. I do not know what this is going to be. But I can't even guess. I have no guesses. So they launched what's called a VIP bonus. And this VIP bonus is centered around executive ranks. And if ever there were a time to believe that you could become an executive, putting in the hard work, becoming that person that you know you're capable of becoming, having those conversations, leading with love, right? This is not to make you fear-led at all. This is to excite you into movement, because these are the kind of bonuses with the MCM bonus right now, and then this VIP incentive. Think of the lives you could change for someone right now financially with these bonuses. People's lives could change so much, because the bonus is just a cherry on top. That doesn't include everything else they're making along the way as they enroll, as they get the weekly payouts, as they get the monthly payouts on their leverage bonus, right? So the VIP incentive started April 1st, and it goes for a year. Okay, it ends March 31st. And if you hit EC1, you get an additional $2,500. $2,500. Now, if you are on track 6 months into this, if you were on track and let's say you hit EC1, so what is 6 months from now? April, May, June, July, August, September. If you hit it in September, then you will already get half of that payout. They'll give half of it to you at that point. Just as a, we see you, you're doing it. EC2 gets an additional $5,000. And then look at this, EC3 goes up to $50,000, a bonus. That's in a year. Okay? So we all know, I think Tony Robbins has always said it too, and other leaders, that when things feel the slowest, that is a time to go in the most. Go inward and go in with people and be that hope broker. And everything that is coming, everything that's in place, they're simplifying the number of packs we have. They're simplifying the number of stacks that we have. They're simplifying the categories that people see when they go to our website. And then imagine not having to worry about a slide deck, but you can simply go to your website and click on 8 different squares and tell the story of LifeVantage. I mean, that's a duplication system that can multiply very, very, very quickly. The VIP bonus details, I will find out if it's in the hub or anything, but if it's not, I have slides and I'll post them, Laura. But it started April 1st. So there is a lot of money on the table that you are able to grab. It's just a matter of the work that you want to put in right now. And one tip that I will give you, I came home, there was a gentleman, his name is Beto. He's from Mexico City. And he has, I don't remember how long he's been in LifeVantage, but he, they only had Protandim in Mexico for a very, very long time. And he's a veterinarian. And so every LifeVantage event he went to, he would bring a cutout of Protandim with him. Everywhere he went, he had that cutout until they finally got Protandim into Mexico City. And this was not long ago, but in the midst of that, before they actually got it, he found ways to get it into Mexico City. Like he brought it in. And so when they launched, he brought together over 1,000 people, 1,000 people in Mexico City for Protandim. For Protandim. Now he stood on stage and he called us out. And he's like, I don't know why this room isn't like 10 times the size. He's like, what are you guys doing? You have it so good. That's what he said. You have it so good. You have all of these products. He said, you have everything. So he just, his mindset, there's no board in Beto's life. There are no boards. If he sees an obstacle, he's like, he jumps over it. He leaps over it and he finds a way. It was just so refreshing to hear his story and just think like, well, that's just stupid. Why would you even think that? Why would you even think that small? That's impossible. So all that to say, Beto said, he said, I do not friend anybody on Facebook that is in LifeVantage. That is a distraction to me. So I came home and I betoed my social media, and I'm still doing it. Unless you're on my team, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping you. But if it's someone that is cross-line, upline, whatever, if they're not on my team, I didn't unfriend them. I just went to the friend button and I unfollowed. And I am telling you, as soon, like 5 people in, and I wasn't intentional, I just started scrolling. And as someone from LifeVantage would come up, I'd unfollow. And all of this sudden, I am seeing people that I haven't seen forever. Forever. I saw two people that I asked right away. I didn't invite because I knew that it wouldn't be out of nowhere, that we knew each other enough, but I hadn't seen their profile for a while. But I started conversations and I literally told them, like, I'm cleaning up my Facebook. I'm not seeing anybody that I want to see anymore. I'm so excited to see you. How are things going? It was such an easy conversation to start. So I highly recommend it. I could not believe how well it was working. Like I didn't expect that. But I literally just started seeing so many people and I'm like, this is going to be such a better use of my time than me finding LifeVantage people and getting in my head or comparing myself or reading what they're doing or what are they into. That's not serving where I want to go. So I wanted to give you that tip. And then again, before we go, you guys, we have to hear this song again. Like I put this on my YouTube and it is posted at the top of the Facebook page. Thank you, Brent, so much for taping this in such a great way. But this song, I've played this so many times today and we have to play it again. So here we go.
What if it does? What if you end up in an accident with your children, your two daughters are paralyzed, and money is the only thing you don't have to worry about during that time? Those are the check boxes. What if you dig the well before you're thirsty and something bad and something happens, right? What if that job loss, we don't know what's going on, but we don't know. Okay? What if this is the vehicle? Okay? I want you to look at the lyrics. It's a sing along. You guys can stand up, have some fun with this. Going to end on this. I want you guys to see how we did. And I want to thank a lot of the corporate staff at Rancan put some music behind this and help put it together. So thank you. What if I trust you? What if all the stories come true? What if it's your side? What if I mess you up? You say, what if I say? Well, I am so back. You are. You guys ready to slow? Don't let people stand your way. Don't stop burning. You know where I'm stars turning.
Is it glitching you guys too much? Okay. That sure ruins the moment, doesn't it? Okay, well, it's posted in Team Act, and Jody, I will send it directly to you so you have it because I know you're not on Facebook. And Tanya needs a new computer. It is settled. I'm so sorry, you guys. Are you hearing me okay? I bet I'm glitching too. Ah, I'm not? Okay.
You're good.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I'm more excited than I've ever been for the future. And I just feel with all my heart, we kind of talked about at dinner, the six of us, like I just believe and I know always God has his hand on this company. And if ever we felt his presence, it was this past weekend. Everyone said it. Everyone said it. So what is ahead for us, this company deserves. And you guys deserve to be here, and so do so many other people. So it's up to us to make sure that they know that we're here and that we give them the opportunity to say yes or no to it. So, all right. So with that, we will close with prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this gift that you've put into our hands. And we know again that if you have given it to us, it is not to be wasted and that it is for a reason. So help us to remember that. Help us to remember why we said yes. That is where our calling lies, and help us to lean in. And in anything that we do, Lord, whether it's making a post or talking to someone, help us to remember to come from the source of love and to put fear aside. Because we know that with fear, we're only thinking about the results. And with love, we're thinking about the person and we're not tied to any results. So help us to carry that with us as we put in the work, as we put in the activity and the action to carry us into this year and make this a year that completely changes everything for all of us. Help us not to waste this. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay. Love you guys. I'm proud of you for showing up. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you want to talk over anything, okay? All right. Have a great night. Love you.